Oh,
I hate
hi.
to do this.
News. What is it?
We do not have any reports of fatalities yet, but we believe that the death toll may be in the hundreds of millions.
Can you hold it in your hand?
Beaverton has only a population of about 8,000, Tom, so this would be quite devastating.
Is it flammable?
Here's Brian Fantana on why everyone who is someone is lining up to smoke crack.
How many calories are in one serving?
And we welcome you, James Brown. How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America.
If you're truly being objective, can news really be bad?
No, we haven't actually seen it, Tom. We're just reporting it.
If you cut the news, does it not bleed?
Been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill both today and yesterday.
In these trying times, being informed as possible might be the best way to arm yourself against any enemy.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
How can you truly make a moral decision without being well informed?
What does it mean to you now when the team is struggling?
I want to kiss you. I couldn't care less about the team struggling.
In a world filled with good news and bad news, somewhere you'll find me, Sammy 3P, in other news.
Guys, we're doing episode 16 of In Other News, but I have to tell you, we have guests, and the guests are some of my favorite people on the internet. We have Adam Gray.
Hi, I'm awake. It's fine.
Okay. We have Barbara Lawrence.
I'm Veronica Corningstone. Tits McGee is on vacation.
No, see, now I'm getting flustered. No, I have, and always I have Eclectic Goat, who is my literary expert. Guys, this is my first crossover episode. I'm so excited to do this. So, Goat, before you talk, I have to put a banner, which it's telling me Cavecast.
Not talking.
Hold on. All right. Like and subscribe or I will find you. And then hold on real quick. We have to do the
She hopes to be an astronaut one day. I don't think she can do
it. My dear, please tell me.
Everywhere else I get the much cooler little kid.
Your volume has to go way up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're really low.
Yeah.
Better?
Oh, no.
We'll get it all sorted out before the broadcast.
I apologize. Let's go right into the chat.
Same level I was backstage.
She hopes to be an astronaut one day. I don't think she can do it.
I'm on exactly the same level I was backstage, so I don't know what the problem is.
You were low backstage, to me, at least.
You know, I'm going to turn up my volume, and I accept you the way you are, Goat.
Well, give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay.
How's that? Is that any better?
I mean, my volume is very, very high. Chat can tell us. Guys, can you hear Goat?
Be honest.
I mean, I just doubled my volume, so.
It must be StreamYard.
Yeah.
No, the StreamYard to EV Mux to going what's that? Oh, Justin, thank you for showing up.
I will see if Oh, so this is weird. I jacked the volume on my computer.
You said jacked. Sorry, what were we?
Up to 60, and then waited to see if the chat could hear me, and went back in to increase it again, and it has dropped back down to 40 for no apparent reason.
I would say get angry, LG. Like really, really, really turn it up.
I mean, I have to.
Right.
Ow. Yeah, no, I'm going to go deaf if I do that. That was painful.
I feel like your volume and the volume, those shouldn't go like hand in hand. Doesn't matter. Jacob Ironside is here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah, we'll do like a vocal warm up. Go, give me like a me mamo moo.
Well, give me a second while I try and get this figured out.
All right.
Hello, LG.
Talk
Little Miss Anonymous.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh my God, Barb, you came across perfect. Adam, let's hear you as well.
My big boy Boosh is in the chat.
Oh, you sound great as well.
Boosh.
Big ship.
Big ship. Jake Martin. Look at all these people there. Philip, I'm so glad to see you.
Hey, Jacob. Jacob's here too.
Yeah.
Dang, you got a full house, son.
I got LMA, the Meowdy. We're waiting on Goodwin too. He will be here eventually.
Are you sure? He said he was really sick.
I was going to
say. Oh, if he's sick, then he's not going to make it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, he sent a very long list of notes about the fact that he wasn't going to be here because he was very sick.
Yeah.
I was at band practice. It wasn't going to happen. Doesn't matter. I wish him all the best.
There is an ugly. Well, at the school we had like a really awful stomach bug go through. We had influenza A go through, and we had RSV go through. So
yeah,
it's awful. It's everywhere.
That's kind of where I am. So Leon, who might join at any point in time, we had that same thing where we were talking. We had to cancel tinfoil, or we didn't cancel tinfoil haters, but like we talked about it, and he was like, something's going around. And I was like, you realize that none of us have ever had any contact. Like, anyone.
It's in the internet. It's in the tube.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry. But, oh my God, I could not be more thrilled for the B-Sides crossover here. So why don't we get right into it?
Okay, last attempt. Better?
Yeah, much better.
That is better.
Oh, but yeah.
This is one of those things. Every time I go between systems, like everything just resets in like everything, including stuff that's like way in the background that should not reset and has nothing to do with anything else.
All right. So we are there, and I'm going to add you guys top. All right. New research begins to study the effect of vaping on children.
They love it.
Yeah. It's like when I quit smoking and I started vaping, it's like I can't stop doing it. So new research has been announced to look at long-term impact of vaping on young people's health. So I'm assuming this is like a secondhand smoke. I don't know, anytime you're on a flight, you can kind of see ashtrays soldered shut. I'm assuming it's one of those. Oh, yeah, Justin. I wanted to thank Justin because he was first in the chat. Thank you so much. Friend of the channel, Justin Cook. Jacob Byers died. All right. So sorry. I know I'm a little scatterbrained, but we're just gonna readjust where my laptop is. So they're blowing vape juice into children in their breathing patterns. How do we feel about this panel? Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't do it. Okay, I have my literary expert. Adam, what do you want to be an expert in tonight?
You could be a literary expert in smoking, darling.
No. Goat's the literary expert.
Yeah, I am quite the expert when it comes to smoking things. So.
Okay, smoking expert Adam Gray. Barbara, my dear, what do you want to be an expert in?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right?
You told me I didn't have to do anything except be here. I didn't know.
Yeah, you had to show up and be lovely. You're doing that. But
I don't know.
You could be an expert in loveliness.
I could be an expert in loveliness.
My expert in loveliness, Barbara Lawrence.
Sure.
She is an expert in bringing home little kid germs from work.
That is true. Right.
We like it.
I actually had to teach middle school class on vaping. It was awful. I hated it so much.
Bang bang, we had the whole gang dancing on my living room rug. Right. My lovely experts. I have my literary experts. Adam, what were you again?
Smoking.
Yeah, that's what threw me off.
He's the topic, the actual topic relevant expert.
It's sad but true.
All right, let's now that we have the expertise laid out, vapes are small devices that hold a liquid containing nicotine, an addictive substance found
I'm
in
listening.
cigarettes. Excuse me?
I'm intrigued by your organization.
He's interested.
I wish.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You like the way I do things. We found one, Goat.
Let's get back to the chemicals.
I said, vapes are small devices that hold a liquid containing nicotine, which, whether you know it or not, it's an addictive substance found in cigarettes. I've never heard that before. It's the first
you can't
time
prove that.
No, exactly. Sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like some gobbledygook. But as well as other harmful chemicals.
I mean, to be fair, sugar is one of the most addictive substances, and no one seems to get their panties in a twist about that one.
Correct.
You know, I
Correct.
thought we were gonna talk about this backstage. We weren't gonna bring that up. Friend of the channel, Big Sugar. We couldn't.
This segment is brought to you by Big Sugar.
Yeah, but by the way, guys, if you have something that you just want to shout out, just say friend of the channel, and like it'll be great. We're not monetized, and everything sucks here. So let's
friend of the channel, C&H.
Friend of the channel.
As far as harmful chemicals, what do you think? Everything labeled natural flavors is made out of.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get into that, but my favorite Kool-Aid flavor was Blue Dini, and that's just where we'll leave it. Despite this, NHS research last year found that a quarter of 11 to 15-year-olds have tried vaping. That's nearly 1 in 10 vape often. So,
my God,
the research on that is actually far more terrifying than this article is making out.
No, so 1 in 10 kids don't realize that smoking cigarettes is cooler. That's the more important thing that we're getting at. Normally on Adam and Barb's channel, we watch Dated Media, and we just assume that everybody knows that smoking cigarettes is cooler than vaping, but
it does wonders for the lighting. It really does.
It really. The UK government has asked for more research on this area, as well as running a new campaign with influencers to raise awareness to the harms of vaping. So, like, vaping is a problem. I can tell you this: I quit vaping because
about 10 minutes ago.
No, well, no, I'm sorry. I never quit vaping. I quit smoking because my wife hated me smoking. And then I picked up vaping.
How's she like that?
She's not thrilled. But when I go like this, I don't smell like shit, and my teeth don't get like gross. So I could see why this would be a good compromise. I don't really truly think it is, and I've yet to really stand up.
The thing that I find interesting about the whole vaping thing is everyone acts as if all vape companies are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like Juul is the really big one, and I think there's all sorts of like nasty crap in that. But there are a couple of vape companies that, at least for a while, were literally making ones that had nothing but water and smoke flavor, so that you could do the hand-mouth thing, but there were like no chemicals involved.
Well, that was the thing. Like when I first started vaping, this was like 2017. Humble brag, I mean, but like when I first started vaping, I stopped smoking cigarettes, and I was very, very proud of myself. But I would like go to like bars, because like the same bars that I would go to, that like changed shit up for me, and blew my mind when the smoking ban hit, where they're like, "Sir, you can't smoke in here. This is a bowling alley." And you're like, okay.
Why else did I come here?
Yeah. And then you're like, "Sir, you can't smoke in here. You're in front of Spencer's Gifts at the mall." And you're like, all of this sounds wrong, but I'll believe you because I don't want to get kicked out. And I would do, like one of these. And then, see that little mist there. And then I'd look at the waitress and I'd be like, "Hey, are we allowed to do this?" And like I said, this is like 2017. They'd go, "I don't know." And that's where I kind of wanted that to be.
There was that golden moment when vaping first like really hit the mainstream, where no one really knew.
Yeah,
they were supposed to be annoyed by it, but they didn't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back when my son was, I think he was 14, turning 15, he ended up with an emergency appendicitis, and we had to go. We were at the hospital, and his cousin came in, and she's like, "I know I can't smoke in here, but is it okay if I use my e-cigarette?" I go, "Probably not. I mean, it's a cigarette, right? It's still got chemicals and stuff in it, right?" She goes, "No, it's just like vapor. It's just like water." And so she took it out and blew it. And nobody said anything. And so and this was like, I don't know, 10 years ago now.
Yeah, no, it really was. I remember my father, who, we used to get in stomping matches over me smoking cigarettes. God bless him. But like, when I started vaping, he was like, he didn't know what to say. He was like, I don't even know if it's bad for you, but you shouldn't do it.
But stop it.
I don't know. I'm firmly under the belief that all rational adults have the right to kill themselves in any way they see fit.
Oh, so yeah, that's another thing. Anybody who's been in the GCA chat knows that I've been really, really trying to get all my I's dotted, my T's slashed to go to the Vegas meetup, and there are certain things there. There was one adversary that we had to conquer, and that is my coworker Carol. And I remember I used to just like sit at my desk. I know. I used to just sit at my desk and do one of these. And then one day HR brought me in. They're like, you can't do that anymore. And I was like, why? And it was like, well, it frightens Carol. And I was like,
have you suggested to Carol that her name is slightly wrong on the ending?
yeah, that should be Karen. She's got it where it counts. She's a good coworker. But the fact that like they had to bring me in to let me know that it frightens Carol.
Yeah,
that was like one of my favorite conversations ever.
Carol was also frightened the first time they showed a train arriving at a station in a movie. So she jumped in the seat.
So, like I have like hard-boiled eggs and like salmon patties like every day for like breakfast. So like before I would crack the eggs, I would be like, Carol, are you ready? Carol, are you good with this? We're doing it. No, but I truly enjoyed because also when you talk to Carol,
and I do.
I know this is going into some Carol talk, but I would be probably the person I would be the person you would want to talk to, like if you wanted insight on Carol. Like I would be a good one.
I think I have all the insight I need on Carol.
But
you're
no, but
on the panel.
No, it's more bureaucratic, like more bureaucratic bullshit because they'll be like, well, you have to ask Carol about this. And Carol's like, I don't care. Why are you asking me these things? And I was like, well, I heard that certain things frighten you. And they're like, I don't care what you do. So, spoiler alert, Carol really doesn't care.
I worked with a Carol once.
No.
Was she easily startled?
No, she just was really finicky about everything that was allowed to happen anywhere near her presence.
Oh.
I actually
sounds like a lot of Carols I know.
So I have a very strange sense of smell. There are things I can smell apparently other people can't, and vice versa. And until I worked with my version of Carol, I literally did not know that eggs apparently have a smell.
They do.
They do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, see, I can't smell them. But yeah, she was real unhappy about the fact that I eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, yeah, I actually had someone walk in. He was on the engineering side of my office, and I was like cracking open my hard-boiled eggs, and he's like, which one of you guys farted in here? And I was like, I eat hard-boiled eggs every morning. And he's like, that might be what that is. And now I turn my desk fan off before I crack open my hard-boiled eggs, just in case Scott walks in. I like how we've turned it into like the office dynamics of Sammy 3-Pete. So that's really cool. Oh
Hey,
my
it's
God,
news
Goodwin, I hope you're doing well, sir.
The Emperor has arrived.
He has arrived.
The extremely sickly, unwell Emperor.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if it's not the eggs you're smelling right now, it will be in about 4 hours.
Okay, so there's another thing that I do that I love. Our actual office is set up like a figure 8. This will make sense moving forward. So every Groundhog's Day, I will walk through and wish people on the other side of the building a happy Groundhog's Day. And then I will walk the full square and then I will wish them a happy Groundhog's Day in the exact same fashion that I wish them a happy Groundhog's Day the first time. And only 4 people have like caught on to like what I was doing.
Well, it's Groundhog's Day.
Yep.
Again.
No, I was just tell you happy Groundhog's Day, and then like I do a lap, and I'll be like, "Hey man, just wanted to tell you happy Groundhog's Day." Like some people would be like, "You just said that. Like, have you not had coffee yet? Like, are you the one having a problem?" You're like, "Yeah, I'm the one having a problem." Happy Groundhog's Day. By the way, I'm gonna walk around again, wish you a happy Groundhog's Day because you don't get the fucking joke, Steve, you asshole.
Now the question is, how many of them responded to you in exactly the same way the second time.
Oh, see, those are the cool ones. So like I said, there are like 4 who really pick up on it. Oh, dude, thank you very much for pushing my own EP. Yes, I put out a live album this week. Thank you, LG, for reminding me that I do things other than talking to people about Groundhog's Day in my office. So what else can we get into here? So I think we covered this. Let's get.
I mean, the fact that most of the discussion on children poisoning themselves ended up being an entirely unrelated conversation about Carol is hysterical.
All right. So
Carol is the basis of everything. Jeez.
She kind of is, but it's not her fault. She's a lovely person, and you know, I truly hope it.
Well, since I'm the ambassador of loveliness, I'm gonna.
You are the ambassador.
Call it a judgment call here.
You know what? I'm ashamed of myself. I should have just made you the ambassador of loveliness.
If you can have an ambassador to Hollywood, you should be able to have an ambassador of loveliness.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm actually getting analysis paralysis right here because there's so many awesome news stories here, but also when I double click because I'm nervous. Oh, never mind. Horgate is back.
Horgate.
All right, you're totally gonna have to send me the article though, because I actually am interested in that. So.
OnlyFans star who slept with 1,057 men claims she faked being pregnant to pay for a stranger's IVF treatment.
What?
Okay.
I read it out loud verbatim. You have to make sense of it.
I think I need the article for that.
I think I need a cigarette for this.
Oh, we do. We've been covering these
whores.
I assume. I know, but there was like this giant train like running through. I just assume that's what her vagina looks like at this point.
Carol, look out!
No. We watched off panel when they had like a behind the scenes where Lily or Blue, I can't remember which one it was. Which one was the one who was like, being a whore is really hard. It's not doing well for my mental health. Like, who is that? Either way, they both claim that they're pregnant.
I'm sorry, I'm far more fascinated with this person about to get hit by a train.
At least she left.
I was gonna say, at least that person was smart enough to like
get out of
their
car.
Yeah. Why she didn't just keep driving? I mean, she had definitely had plenty of time to move her car forward.
My lovely co-host, could you read this?
Both of these stories are literal train wrecks.
Yeah, no, but here's the horror. These are the ones fighting.
Well, haven't they been kind of whore-offing for a while now?
I know. That's why it's Horgate. That's why we have to keep going back to them. I don't want to talk about that they had to skip lunch because of their spunk levels. They keep reminding me. So if you could just
I was gonna say you have to scroll it down so I can actually read
right. Thank you, Barbara, because I was my palate totally changed. I went from pale to very pale, and it wasn't great. So Goat, if you may.
Britain's most hated mom blasts OnlyFans star Lily
No, it's
Phillips.
a farce.
Yeah.
It's
Freudian slip. For claiming she was pregnant during gangbang stunt. But fans say porn actress is only trolling rival Bonnie Blue with baby bump snap.
Okay, I had you read it because I'm pretty sure most of our viewers think I'm schizophrenic at this point. And no, I mean, these are actually
Whoever wrote that headline really needs to be shot. So.
Hi, you're right. No, so yeah, so that's what we're dealing with.
I saw
but-
this earlier on Mr. Brown's. So the lesser whore
the
claimed
lesser
to be
whore.
pregnant and already has a baby bump. So yeah, I've got all the context I need here.
See, this will be fun because your wife is also on the thing. Which one of these two would you say is the lesser whore? This is also what I think is like, you're not ugly, you're poor.
I was just talking about her the notches on her belt.
Okay, well, this is like, okay, is as much as she's trying her best, this is like the super whore right here. This is the one who, like,
I would go
broke
right on the right is and I don't know which one is which, but the one on the right seems like it has an extra layer of whorishness. I don't want to say that out loud. My God.
I know it's so odd, but like,
but-
yeah, she's the one who slept with 1,000 people in one day, and she said anal didn't count. So, you know, which I think is smarter. You know,
Wait a
just
minute.
for-
You got to say that up front.
If anal doesn't count, then oral doesn't count.
Well, no,
So,
okay. Now we have to
I don't-
bring
I-
we
I
have
don't
to bring
know.
the mouse over here. She's the one that didn't know that oral
So
let
is the one on
could
the left?
No. The one on the left didn't know that.
Okay, no, the one. Can you guys see my mouse?
No. Do you want to show us your mouse?
Hold on.
Online?
The one on the left.
On live?
Jesus. Okay. The one on the left didn't know that sucking dick, you can contract HIV. That was the thing. The one on the right slept with 1,000 people in one day. So, but the one on the left was talking about it. But also the one on, I know it's so.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah. So the one on the left was like, hey, I want to break the world record. And then the one on the right was like, I already broke the world record.
Yeah, the one on the right was like, hold my beer, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole time I was just like,
I've got to do the news.
that's been my entire life, just watching these whores really whore it up.
For science.
Yeah. So now one of them
There it is.
might be pregnant, and then the other one said that she was pregnant too, and then she said like her kid's not going to be bullied because she has 1,054 dads.
Wait, who is this third lady?
I just
hang on.
I assume that's her at a different angle.
Oh, okay.
She had a caption. No, it was Carol's. I think it was actually Carol.
Carol.
Carla.
Who also
who's
has
been
an
in-
adult content past. Oh, she's an expert. She's just weighing in.
She's warning Phillips about bringing a child into the world with her
No.
dangerous behavior.
Well, that was the best part
So
about
she's-
all of this is
She's being vaguely sane.
Maury Povich like found this whole controversy and basically said on Twitter, "I'm not touching this."
Wow.
God, if Maury
So-
Povich isn't going to
I
weigh
mean,
in.
enough
I
people
know.
tagged him and said we need to bring back the "You're not the father," and he was just like, "No, I'm out."
But I mean, this is how you get Freddy Kruegers. Do you want Freddy Kruegers?
Yeah. Yes.
This, oh God, this just looks terrible.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I just don't even believe these are real people. Like, I just can't.
That's the thing, because like usually socially I'm wide open, like politically I don't really care, but like
Not as
you're making it
as
very
wide as
hard for
Lily.
me to like justify
I mean, I don't have an issue
oh,
with
Bonnie
sex-
Blue, thank you, that's her name, Bonnie Blue.
I don't have an issue with sex workers at all if that's how they want to.
Yeah, but for some reason I do have a problem with 1,000 men.
I think I found my threshold for supporting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's 100% what
I think it's time to draw a line at collective.
And I think this might be it.
There's the sand. There's my line.
So I do have a question, and maybe someone can explain this to me.
Please.
There was originally there was the idea that whore number 1 had gotten pregnant during her 101 men, whatever the heck it was, and that this was terrible because she doesn't know who the baby is. Then somebody did the math and said, no, she has to have been pregnant beforehand.
I think you don't know. She doesn't know who the father is. Like, I think she knows who the baby is.
That's the ultimate in blonde joke.
No.
Not yet, she doesn't.
There's so many people involved. She might not know who the baby is.
Then it came out that she was probably pregnant before that particular incident. And immediately people got even more pissed and said, how dare you do something like that while you're pregnant?
Right.
Why exactly is doing it when you probably don't know you're pregnant yet versus not knowing which of 101 men might be your child's father?
Said, baby, be a simple kind of man.
Well, I know no matter what happens or who the father is, it's going to be a great baby.
Yeah, Adam,
have
me
fun with that baby,
guys. Have a great baby. My
have a
heart
great
goes out to
baby.
you. Have
all
a
of
great
you.
baby. Yes. You know what? Actually, and we'll just throw this out there because it was going to have to happen eventually. I am still a little sick, so my voice sounds like crap, and I can't give the amount of people. Like, we have Adam Gray, we have Eraserhead, we have Jake, we have Emperor Goodwin. You guys are all friends of the channel. I would like to bob my head as violently as possible. I cannot do that. I am still sick, so I'm just gonna give you the friend of the channel. Jacob, I inside you're part of that too. I don't know if I mentioned you, but you are a friend of the channel.
This is why you sound like you have been smoking a pack of non-filters.
Dude, I swear to God, I felt so vindicated when me and Leon did Tinfoil Haters the other day, and he was sick, and he's like, oh my God, something's really going around. And I was like, you realize that none of us have ever met in person, right?
Yeah, I was making jokes about there being a virus that, people could actually catch over the internet.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys just embrace that. Enjoy that. Let's
get some alcohol wipes.
Thanks. It wouldn't matter. It's all make believe. I've never met you people. As much as I love you. All right, here. ASUS new mouse has built-in aromatic oil diffuser.
Why?
Imagine what you could catch from him if you did meet him in person.
All right. ASUS has launched a new mouse that comes with the built-in fragrance compartment that can be filled within the aromatic essential oils.
Well, the good news is, Sammy, now you can complain about Carol. She's definitely doing this.
She's got one.
No, I was going to say, you guys are looking at this the wrong way. I know what I'm going to buy for Carol. For annoying bitch of the office appreciation day.
Do you guys do Secret Santa?
Oh my God. I'm so glad you said Secret Santa. So
then she won't even know who gave it to her.
Yeah, but I'm very much like, they decorated my desk. Like, I have my own office and whatever. Like, we were doing Christmas this year, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this. I like total Scrooge, right? So then they announced that they were having like a white elephant, thing. So what I did was I bought those big rubber gloves that Dexter's mom wears when she does the dishes, like those giant yellow dishes gloves, safety gloves, and a pack of Magnum condoms, and a pair of safety goggles. And then I just added it into the white elephant gift exchange, and I went home early that day, where I was like, I don't care about the potluck, I don't care about the chili cook-off. So I went home, and then for like a week, HR came and they were asking people who like
Sammy's just like, I wasn't even here.
Yeah, no, that was my excuse. I was like, I made it very clear. I don't want to be a part of the holiday stuff. Like, that's something that I want my family. And they're like, well, clearly it wasn't him.
Obviously,
like, he got mad when we decorated his desk. Obviously, he's not the guy who showed up with safety goggles and Magnum condoms. That wouldn't be him. But like, that's what I did, and hopefully, there's a couple people watching right now. Jessica, I'm sorry they blamed you. Either way.
I was thinking, tomorrow he goes into the office and like he gets called in and they're like, so we were watching your show last night.
No, it would be my boss. She would be like, I knew it.
I knew it was you all along.
I once got fired from a state job for refusing to decorate my desk for Christmas.
Really?
Yep.
I don't
think that's allowed, is it?
Yeah, let's elaborate on this.
I mean, what they actually put down on paper was I was a poor team player. I was like, the only team thing we have done is decorate our desks for Christmas. And they're like, well, the group just feels like you're not on the same page and you don't have the same like energy. And I was like, because I didn't decorate my desk for Christmas.
Hey, Adam, you've seen my show before, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay, cool. Because you're doing.
Time for sports.
What happened in the world of sports today, Adam?
Well, we dropped 2 balls this morning.
Well,
and other than that, I would say our team is definitely winning.
Yeah.
And over the bar.
Hey, bro, you nailed it.
No homework, he said. I get it. It's just like that Alan Funt show. I understand.
The red team and the blue team.
Yeah. No, what's that? I think whoever puts the most amount of points on that scoreboard is probably going to win this ball game today. That's my prediction.
Old strategy, Sammy. Let's see if it pays off.
Thank you for being a good sport about that. Now we can go back to.
I have to say, you can definitely tell who has watched how many episodes of this show by whether or not they come on it and just go, wait, there's a sports thing?
I just like because it started out with you. You were the first person to do sports, and then I saw how much you hated it, and then I added a weather segment. And,
which he has embraced in full.
He did. So
yeah, this was the agreement. I was like, I will co-host, but I will never do the spontaneous thing again. I will do this every week. I will pump out a weather report every week, but I will not ever do the spontaneous thing again.
You want to see my pecker?
Is that your beak?
You want to see my pecker?
Are you talking about your beak?
You want to see it? You want to see my pecker?
Yeah, sure.
There it
Oh, God!
You want to see it again?
No, go away!
You want to see my pecker again?
Shoo, leave!
You want to see my pecker?
No, I never want to see your pecker again!
All right.
All right. So we can move on into to other things. Oh my God. I found so
I
much
love that.
stupid-
I love that Sammy compares my loathing for spontaneity to my, to someone's loathing for a bird penis.
Yep.
Every poo-poo is pee-pee time. But not every pee-pee is poo-poo time. Huh? You ever think about that one, Mr. Batman? Huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to like buy time to find a better
My
show
story.
my son
But,
loves that little bit. It
Oh,
tries the Batman one.
the pee pee poo poo time.
Oh God.
I'm looking.
He
There's
thinks it's
one
hilarious.
I was looking for specifically, but I guess I'm gonna have to go into my second.
You're just playing through all the clips while you try and find the one you actually want.
Yep.
I want to know how they keep
Carol.
the mouse with the built-in fragrance compartment filled and operating and not exploding. Because doesn't the oil have to heat to make the fragrance?
Isn't it getting all over your hand? Was my
Yeah.
question.
I mean, really the trick is it'll quit working in like 2 days anyway. They just want something else they can add in so that they can double the price of the mouse they sell you.
Oh, this might be fun to talk, guys. I found a story on my news show. Why don't we talk about the fact that Hooters isn't doing well?
What?
I know.
I'm doing my part.
Are you? That was actually one of my first jobs. I was a busboy at a Hooters. That was one of my first job. I got.
What does the HR department at Hooters look like, Sammy?
It sounds like Jake takes you in the back room and tells you you're fired. That's
little handsy there, busboy.
So famous for dressing its waitresses in tight-fitting t-shirts, and sling wings and beer. Could go belly up. I think this is just a sign of the times, really.
I blame it on COVID. Like, that was when, the people who'd been living under rocks suddenly went, wait a minute, we can see titties on the internet?
Yeah.
I don't ever have to leave the house again.
Yeah, it was like I'm free.
Having that quagmire moment.
Of this. Oh,
I don't have to order mediocre wings just to look at boobs.
Yeah, like we have the coconut battered shrimp.
I have an oven at home.
Yeah, I could do that.
The weird thing is that isn't it sort of considered a family restaurant?
Oddly enough, yes.
Yeah,
my
I
friend Michelle goes there almost every single Mother's Day because she gets waited on hand and foot by all the other girls in the restaurant, and they also get like free wings and beer or whatever. So she would go there every Mother's Day. So yeah, I think it is a semi-family-ish restaurant.
See, I'm going to give you guys a little lay of the land because as someone who worked at Hooters, she's in that black uniform. She's actually the hostess.
Oh.
Yeah. A little tricks of the trade.
And which location is this at?
Probably Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. All right.
Let's scroll down. Oh, they didn't say. But either way, like I said on the last one, pimping ain't easy, but whoring might be deadly. So, oh yes, this was the headline I didn't read the article. I rarely do.
That's her static.
Gordon Ramsay reveals hundreds of lucky cat statues stolen from new residents.
Hey, I have to back you up just for a second.
Mm.
You remember the horror over the fact that I live 45 minutes from the nearest McDonald's?
Yes.
Would you like to know how far I am from the nearest Hooters?
Yes.
210.
3 hours and 21 minutes.
Ooh.
If
Wow.
traffic is really good.
You better get on the road.
I happen to know that if it was like rush hour, it would be twice that.
Yeah,
Worth it.
guys, put
Yeah,
it.
it's like
put it
it's
in
like
the
two
chat.
it's
How-
like 2 states away.
Guys, in chat, how far away from you are you from Hooters? I just want to know.
40 minutes less.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
which is good. One
Yeah.
or 10.
All right, so Gordon Ramsay reveals that hundreds of lucky cat statues stolen from new restaurant.
He is my favorite celebrity chef. If you didn't know,
Well, I mean, 100%. He's the best there is at what he does. But
whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Isn't he everyone's favorite celebrity chef just to watch him yell at people?
Okay, but
No,
you know what? I don't think it's right to steal cat statues from anybody.
Oh wait, he stole them?
No, he started a new restaurant.
okay,
we'll
that was
dive
what I
into
thought.
it. We're gonna
You
dive
can't eat
into
cat
it.
statues.
Why does she have hundreds of lucky cat statues?
Thank you, Boosh. I kind of think it's like, you know, when you get a Jeep and people start leaving like rubber duckies. I think it's kind of like that. But we'll explore. Gordon Ramsay has revealed that hundreds of lucky cat figurines have been stolen from his new London restaurant. This is why I do what I do. I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to break this story.
Except for whoever's article you're reading.
We don't have
First of all, the man that famously burnt grilled cheese on an episode and didn't retake it is somehow fit to open up Asian cuisine restaurants. I'd call it sus right there.
No, Boosh, the only person who actually can cook in my chat is probably losing his mind. So the TV chef and restaurateur, which I didn't know was a word, 58, known for his Hell's Kitchen and Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares reality TV programs, recently launched Lucky Cat 22 in Bishopsgate.
By Gordon Ramsay.
Thank you. Which features the beckoning Japanese cat models.
Maneki Neko.
Thank you. So
could I introduce Gordon to something called glue? I don't know. Maybe that's
what?
I do have to say, it would not immediately occur to me that someone would try and steal all my cat statues.
Hold on, guys. Frank, I believe you.
Adam is a really good cook.
Okay. Like is good as Gordon Ramsay or
I don't burn grilled cheese.
He doesn't burn. Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't burn grilled cheese.
All right, you heard it here.
He also made really
shots
delicious
fired.
fish
Adam
tacos
Gray
tonight.
wants a shot at the fucking crown. Gordon, you heard it here first.
I mean, I don't make grilled cheese, so I don't know if I'd burn it or not, but I make a really mean lamb stew.
I feel like everybody has like you know, I think my scrambled eggs are the best scrambled eggs anyone has.
I will fight you for that honor, sir.
All right.
Fight.
Hey, Barb, you going to the Vegas meetup?
Negative, sir.
All
After
right.
work.
Well, the world may never know. All right, that's
I still don't know when it is, so that probably means I'm not going either.
I think it's April like 16th or 17th.
It's a influencer type YouTube thing, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things that even if I get the date wrong, like I'm going to Vegas. In the air fryer. I actually, Frank, I assume that you're correct on this. Everything with Adam Gray's here. Correct.
Oh, friend of the channel.
Friend of the channel. Thank you so much. All right, so
I'm sorry, when is it?
April 16th or 17th is.
Well, that would be a Wednesday, I think.
Yes.
Is it on 420?
You know, I bundled it on Orbitz, and you know, I'm very happy with the results that I have, assuming that it's going to fall on those 2 days.
So they're holding it in the middle of the week?
Yes, well, they usually do. But
well, the reason I'm slightly confused is that weekend is Easter weekend.
I know. I'm flying back on the Friday, so I'll be in time to.
So you'll be good and hungover for Easter dinner.
I'm no math elite.
Friday,
but
I have a whole Saturday to sober up.
Maybe Bush could weigh in on this. So that we're talking about 2,000 pounds worth of cats, so that's like $2,500, something in that range. They cost about $5 each. How much do you think one of his appetizers costs?
Oh yeah, like easily $70 to $80, right? Because it's Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
And also it seems pretty interesting that he happened to have 500 of these cats ready to go and replace the ones that were stolen in his opening week, right? This is nonsense. This is a non-controversy. This is a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
I'm just curious as to why he had to have that many Lucky Cat statues.
That's what I'm saying.
He named the restaurant after the cats, so I
yeah,
assume
but he
that's just
doesn't
part
have
of it.
500 tables. So why does he have 500 cats ready to go?
I don't know. Phineas wants to know too.
Oh,
I mean,
Phineas can weigh in on this.
He hangs around with a whole lot of single, lonely, middle-aged women. I don't know.
I bet he does.
Most Asian restaurants just have one by the cash register. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I've said this so many times before we jump subjects. They believe that the man who's going to live to be 150 years old has already been born. I hope that's not me, but we're getting much closer because the breakthrough in bioprinting may soon lead to 3D printed blood vessels and human organs. I could see myself shambling down the street, walking around looking all crazy. And they're like, why is that old man so grumpy? And I would be like, do you remember the 1990s? And they'd be like, well, no, that was a century ago. But like, well, I fucking do.
Well,
that's why I'm grumpy. So a breakthrough in bioprinting and living tissues could soon lead to the 3D printing of blood vessels and human organs.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it really is the opposite of the Impossible Whopper, right?
I mean,
I was just thinking,
or not. I'm thirsty. Discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, I don't know. So 3D printing blood vessels is, well, that's at a level of science that there is no way on earth I'm going to be able to catch. And human organs, I think, would be more doable. But I have a feeling that it would be more useful, I think, if they were able to regenerate them out of stem cells. And that's being completely honest. I mean, I don't know how 3D printing anything is other than D&D figurines. I don't know.
I
So
mean,
the thing I think about it when people talk, because as well as like humans, there's also been this whole thing about lab-grown meat and whether or not it's more ethical. And then all the people that really like steaks think it sounds gross.
Mm-hmm.
But I always kind of say, well, if we're ever gonna do really long-term space travel, like Star Trek-esque, then the ability to provide medical care for people on those trips and the ability to feed them are the two things we can't really overcome easily. So I don't know. The idea of being able to like just sort of print off the bits you need if there's an accident, or the ability to print people food, seems like a step in that direction.
Well, it would make my wife to have children like less, because like the only reason that you have children, right, is like besides keeping cum as a pet, like you want them because you could obviously harvest their organs, correct? Like if I need a new heart, obviously I would father a son. That's why other people have kids, right? It's not because it's not for other reasons.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, thank you. I feel vindicated in this.
You never know when you might need some bone marrow, man.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes you just need extra stuff, and sometimes you play catch with that extra stuff in the driveway and tell them that they're important for some reason, but really you just need the marrow. Right? I don't
Ethically speaking, sure. In theory. Well, I mean, people do have children to.
Zach's no.
I mean, if you don't have children, who's going to pay for your old folks?
That's not how I want to get to Mars, Zach's.
I mean, I don't know. There's a nobility in wanting to extend life, and I'm being serious here. There's a nobility in wanting to extend life, but on the whole, nobody wants to live that long. Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
I'm betting there are people who do. I would put money on that.
Not it. Yeah.
I mean, not normal people. I'm not talking about that, but
because no matter what, things are still going to decline in quality of life, no matter what. So whether or not you're living forever through 3D printed anything,
weird Frankenstein methods,
right? Something on you is going to deteriorate anyway, your mind or something like that, and they're not going to be doing brain transplants. They're not downloading information into AI yet.
That's not happening.
But I mean, it's a noble thing to want to prolong life and extend life, as long as there's quality attached to it. Nobody wants to live this long.
Yeah, but I'm saying now you don't have to father children to harvest those organs. Now you can just 3D print them.
Yeah, but who's going to pay for your nursing home?
We don't have to get into the logistics of who's going to take
Well, if you're living that long, you won't need it, right?
No, I'm an American. I paid into Social Security.
Sure.
Obviously that is something that is going to take care of me, right?
100%.
Cool.
100%. Sammy.
Right. Cool.
100%.
100%.
Uncle Sam got your back, fam.
Oh my god.
For real.
For shiz. Let's go to this one. This is why the Delta fight flipped after landing. Says physicist he figured it out. So I'll hit the button. This was horrific, and
Yes, it was.
Now it's just kind of looking like a smoke kielbasa. Oh, probably be helpful if you guys could hear it.
Safety board. Upon arrival, my team conducted fire
Hold on.
transportation safety.
Hold on.
Cause of the crash is
Can
still
you hear
under
it?
investigation.
Yes.
And being led by the Transportation Safety Board. Upon arrival, my team conducted fire suppression. Self-evacuation was already taking place. At this time, we believe all our emergency response went as planned. We will, however, be conducting a review. This is an active investigation. It's very early on. It's really important that we do not speculate. What we can say is the runway was dry and there was no crosswind conditions. We also want to give an update. We can now confirm that 18 injured passengers have been transported to the local area hospitals.
I heard that the oh, please don't don't do
We
this.
are a group of concerned citizens who
They did it. What I heard was the pilot was a woman. Adam, what happened? Where'd you go? There he is.
Oh, hey,
Adam.
thanks for having me on.
I'm sorry. Adam, the pilot was a woman. Your thoughts?
I don't.
He
care
doesn't
about
want to sleep on the couch tonight.
that. No, I genuinely don't. No. What? How much flight time does she have?
Your thoughts? No, actually, I don't know if she was a woman. I did know this was horrific. Actually, we talked about it. Carol, actually, one of her friends was a flight attendant on this flight, and she can't get back into America because
Oh my God.
she can't access her baggage that was on the flight because they have to investigate.
Yeah, kiss that goodbye. You're not getting it back.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have that stuff on file?
Um,
You don't have it in the cloud somewhere?
I mean,
This is how bad it is.
Don't they have an embassy
Her
or
husband flew out to her. That's how much she's not getting back into the country.
don't they have like an ambassador or
Yeah, an embassy.
an embassy or something that could help her?
I didn't say she
I mean,
was
it's
good
Canada, but I
problem solver.
mean,
I didn't say that she was like doing her best. I don't know. I'm hearing it from Carol.
Maybe rock up to a Kinko's or something and ask him to help you out.
No, honestly, from what I've heard, she was so like fucked up and like bruised and whatever, like she actually had to stay in the hospital. So like there was no way she was getting back. But if she wanted to come back, there's no way for her to do that because all of her information is on the plane. And she was like, can I grab my bag? And everyone was like, fuck off, this is an investigation. And this is why I hate everybody who exists, because like that would totally happen to me. Where it was just like I bruised like both my elbows when the plane flipped upside down and set on fire. I'm fine, I would like to go home to my family. And they're like, well, we need your information, but my information's on the plane. And they're like, well, you can't go on there and just grab your shit. That would be too easy. And well,
I mean, I assume that they have to make sure there was no like foul play or anything either.
yeah, I mean, they have to investigate whatever the black box is or whatever, right? They have to...
that's what they're doing currently. And because they will not let anybody interfere with that investigation, she cannot go to her country of origin because they're currently they wanted to know why it flipped. I'm assuming it's high winds. Like I think we've all seen the
Is
video.
there footage of this thing flipping?
I think there was.
Yeah, it was
from
all over
the
the place.
tower
I
or
mean,
whatever.
but here's
But
the aftermath, Adam.
yeah,
Well, I get that. I mean, plane crash is a plane crash. I'm just curious.
That is an uncircumcised 747.
We don't judge here.
Friend of the channel, 747.
Foreskin. Boeing foreskin.
Yeah, it's a red-eye flight if I've ever seen one. All right.
Hey.
Hi-oh.
Carol is being questioned over wearing Playtex living gloves.
Goodwin gets it. Goodwin, I hope you're feeling better, brother.
Yeah, I did see this, and I'm already a nervous flyer. I mean, I get it. I get why people have to use air travel for things, but oh God, with the amount of air crashes that have happened lately, I'm like, ugh. It makes me very nervous.
When my wife figured out like why they prescribe me Xanax for when I fly, and she's like, "So you're afraid of like takeoff?" And I was like, "No, I'm not afraid of takeoff." She's like,
No.
"So landing?" And I'm like, "No, like up in the air, you just don't like it." No, that's not the reason. That you're in the tubes. Are you claustrophobic? I was like, no, it's not. It's not the reason at all. She's like, well, what is it? And I was like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna have my whole vacation planned out, and then I'm gonna show up with my bag, and then they're gonna say that I'm gonna have to pay $70 because I'm gonna have to check my bag. That's the reason that I need Xanax for when I fly. It's mostly because they keep changing the goddamn rules every single time. So I bought a bag. So I went to like South Park had their like 25th anniversary concert. I think it was like in 2022 or whatever. Like it was like this huge concert at Red Rocks. And like I showed up at the airport and they're like, well, you're gonna have to check the bag. And I was like, no, that's gonna void what you told me to do. Like I can't do this. And my wife is like, why are you sweating? And I was like, just shut up. I have to make it to the terminal. And she's like, oh, this is when you're anxious, isn't it? And I was like, yes, this is when I'm anxious. So I'm fine. Just before, you can't talk to me until we get past the TSA like fondling me. That's when the problem really arrives.
I'm already a very nervous flyer. And I also have to take like a Xanax or something before I get on a plane. Usually half a lorazepam.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the flight itself. I'm fine. It's all the song and dance.
Yeah, the airport stresses me out. And I went to Houston over Thanksgiving, and I took one bag. I was gone for like what was I gone, Adam? 4 days?
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're how
one bag.
I will buy
one
shit.
Bag.
I'll buy shit when I'm there. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with. They're like, did you pack your own bag? And I was like, no, some Arab guy just threw a bunch of shit in there. Move along. We had that. I was at a bachelor party. We went to New Orleans, and my best friend's younger brother, who is I don't know how else to describe him. He's a lovable douchebag. So they're swabbing his hand, and he's like, "Why are we doing this?" And they're like, "We're looking for like if you've handled explosive chemicals." And he goes, "Well, I am." da bomb. And like I just
Oh,
fucking look at
God.
him, and they're like, "Sir, you're gonna have to go in this back room." And
Ugh.
you know, my buddy's going like, I'm sorry about my younger brother, that he's an idiot. And I was like, no, he deserves this. Like let him be interrogated, because he needs to learn.
Carol's gonna come out with the Playtex rubber
Yeah,
gloves.
no, she's like, no, yeah, Carol's
Drop
gonna be like,
them.
that's who I warned you about. I am
Drop 'em.
frightened. I'm frightened by him. My name is Carol. All right. So
See, flying doesn't bother me because I know the statistics on flying accidents. I know the statistics on driving accidents. I know how many accidents my husband has had, and I still let him drive.
That's fair.
sounds like a you problem.
Planes,
to be honest.
planes are just not that frightening.
I'm
Yeah,
with Sammy. I hate all the anxiety of getting there,
Yeah.
being on time, parking the car, getting the
Yep.
ticket, marking your
Yep.
parking slip.
I'm fine. I'm fine after I'm in the terminal. Like you know, we that's another thing. So we were flying to New Orleans, and this girl in front of me, she had to be like 4 or 5, very well behaved. So as the flight's landing, we hit a little turbulence, and she looked up and she hopped on the top, on the top of the chair, and she looked back and she goes, "Hey, mister, are we gonna crash?" And I was like, I hope not. I hope not, sweetheart. Thanks.
Yeah, I've had far too many flights where it's just nothing but turbulence from beginning to end. Like the flight home from Houston was like 2 hours of turbulence, and it was just terrible. I wanted to kiss the ground as soon as I walked off.
Yeah. See, like I said, up in the air, none of that bugs me. There was one time we were gonna fly to Vegas for my little sister's like 21st birthday, and since her birthday's in February, actually her birthday was 2 days ago. Her birthday was on the 21st. So let's wind the clocks back 10 years ago. We were just gonna fly her out to Vegas, and just have a grand old time. And then because it's in February, there was like a snowstorm, and then they were like, "Here's I know your flight was supposed to leave at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How do you guys feel at like 4 o'clock in the morning?" And we're like, "Well, I don't know, Delta. Not great." And they're like, "Hey, we'll give you this food voucher."
Oh boy.
And because it was 4 o'clock, or like, well, at that point, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, nothing was fucking opened.
Right.
So this one lady who worked at the Popeyes in the metro, the Detroit Metropolitan Airport, felt bad for us and gave us food that was like leftover. It's kind of like when you ordered chili at Wendy's, where it was like, this is where we scraped everything off the grill and kind of put it in a cup for you. Here's like a jambalaya, and like I handed her the like the coupon, that
the voucher.
Thank you, the voucher. And the lady was like, "Yeah, that's bullshit. Please eat this, because like I feel bad for you." And like that's when I started to get the anxiety about like going to the airport, where it was just like, it doesn't matter what you do, you might do everything right, you might get there like 2 hours early, they're just gonna screw you. That's why I root for, like, when you see like those like enormous people going like, "I deserve a chair, I deserve 2 chairs when I fly, and you shouldn't charge me for the extra chair, even though I'm like 7 million pounds." And I'm like, you know what, fuck them. they deserve it. They're doing it right, and they're like, why? Because fuck Delta. They gave me a food voucher in 2010, and it didn't work out well.
Have you ever heard the John Mulaney joke about Delta? When he's complaining about flying on an airline, he's like, and I don't want to disparage any, particular airplane. I'm not singling out anybody. So let's just make one up. We'll call it Delta.
Yeah.
And it's just
the Delta Airlines, where life is a fucking
nightmare. Yeah, that one. No. But I just love that he's like, I don't want to disparage any particular airplane. So let's just make one up. We'll call it Delta.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry if you caught this from me. Even though I've never met you in person, but I'm starting to think that viruses can travel electronically. I hope you're doing well.
Feel better, Jay.
Yes.
Stay hydrated.
I'm sure by next Friday, anything that Barbara and Adam have lined up to torture you will make you feel better. Stock up on vitamin C. That will be our thing. Oh my God, guys. We're almost half past the second hour.
Oh.
Wow. And when do we get to leave?
No.
Calm down, Goodwin.
Yeah. No, that just means that goat made something lovely for us. So it is 10:22 at my time. I don't know what it is for you guys, but I don't care. So I'm just gonna play this because Goat worked hard on this, and she's my co-host, and I love her. So here's the weather by Goat.
Well, Sammy, this last weekend has just been a bad moon rising if you're living in America. Flash floods in my old Kentucky home and the blizzard in the Northeast. You can ride the wild wind in D.C. and experience high water everywhere in California. Florida is rocking with the rhythm of the rain, and flights throughout the state have been canceled. They're already close to being below sea level, so sink Florida sink. In general, the whole country should just stay under cover and it'll all blow over. Seriously, just stay inside. Get your back, Sammy.
That's so
Every week she does it. It's adorable. I love it.
That is cute. Yep. I wish California was underwater.
No, that it probably is. It's like one of my favorite websites. It's like iscaliforniaonfire.com, and it's just like a really rudimentary website that just says yes.
Mm-hmm.
But California is so big, like it could be on fire and flooding at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, it's failed policy. That's why there's so many homeless people there. And I was like, no. If I wanted to be addicted to heroin and live under a bridge, I'm not going to do it in Michigan, which is where I live. And I don't know if you guys spotted this, but transition. Michigan court uproots verdict in favor of Gardner, whose organic lawn was killed. Let's break into it. Let's get right. Detroit Associated Press. A Michigan court struck down a large chunk of an $88,500 verdict, saying a Detroit area organic gardener whose beloved clover lawn was destroyed by a man spraying herbicide at the wrong address. Now, I remember where I was.
Kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, no, this guy totally had a vision for himself. I assume he's retired. But I remember where I was in 2001 when Creed played the halftime show, because on the show nothing else of note happened in 2001. But I would say Marilyn Mack reported depression, anxiety, and random crying after what happened at an Oak Park. Oak Park is 15 minutes away from me, by the way.
I've been to Oak Park. I know where it's at.
Yeah, no, it's.
Is that where the Arby's is?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would. Yeah. You know what? You're not.
Somehow
you're not
I
wrong.
did not expect the words park and Arby's to be,
But
closely
you're
related.
not living right.
Yeah. friend of the channel, Arby's in Oak Park.
Parks apparently mean something different there than they do here.
Yeah, it's not Royal Oak, so it's Oak Park. Marilyn Mack reported depression, anxiety, and random crying after what happened at her Oak Park home in 2020. The appeal.
2020. So this just got through the courts.
I mean,
it took 4 years for this to go through the courts.
Yeah,
they were really backed up after COVID.
Yeah, our tax dollars hard at work. Yeah, it is. No, so the appeals court upheld a jury award $22,000 and change for harm to the property. I've actually seen this in real life. With what I do with my job is basically I work for the Drain Commission, but like if you want to just start digging, like we would like flag the property going like, here's where your gas line is, here's where the water lines are, here's this, here's that, here's some people will just start digging because
you got to call before you dig, right, Sammy?
Oh, you have to call before you dig. Some people start digging before they realize there's a problem, and then they hit the gas line, and we have to go out there and.
Oh boy, yeah.
So I assume this is kind of how that is. This is not. I don't suggest digging before you call Miss Dig or whoever your government agency is that you have to call before you dig. It's not because I think that I'm not trying to be authoritarian. I'm just saying you should probably know where all the utilities are before you just start digging, just out of if not for yourself, for your neighbors. You should exactly, dig safe. You should probably.
I'm being nosy. Are there regulations on like how deep you're talking about digging?
No,
for you?
We actually had a guy who started digging a tunnel, and it was fine until it got to the adjacent property, and he actually dug a tunnel under his neighbor's property, and that's where we had to draw the line, going like, hey man, you can dig tunnels, but like you can't like dig a tunnel under someone else's house, because one, there was the noise factor that was keeping this poor woman up, but also there's the knowledge of knowing that there's a man digging a tunnel under your house.
Sleep well.
You don't, for real. I had another one. This poor guy, the plumbing failed in his house, and he actually had to have like a porta potty in front of his house, and this lady called in and she was complaining, and she she's like, well, it's Memorial Day this weekend. I don't know. She was a bitch. Let's just call her Carol. And,
I was gonna say, I feel like this is another Carol story.
No, but I swear to God. So she called my office. I know I sound like RFK Jr. right now, but I'm just getting over being sick.
I mean, you sound like you're getting sicker as we talk.
No, it's stamina. I'm just running out of steam. So this woman called, and she's like, this man has a porta-john in front of his house, and I'm having people over for Memorial Day, and he's got the fiberglass shit house. It looks like a darn ghetto. And I was, I was like, well, what's your problem? She's like, well, what can be done about this? And I was like, so you want me to tell the guy who currently can't shit in his house to move?
You can just go on down the street to Arby's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to like move the porta potty like behind his house because like it's unsightly because like you are having.
You have fancy guess.
I'm just saying, I don't think anybody was taking her up on her invite. This bitch, this horrible bitch that was going like.
I think you should have gone out there with some wood siding and make a little moon in the door.
Oh my God, that would have been the best answer, is to actually build something around it. But without fail, every time I see like a porta john, I hear this like cranky old bitch in my head going, "It looks like a darn ghetto," and that's what's popping.
A good accent too. It just looks like a darn ghetto.
Yep, it totally was. Another guy, I had a guy who called in. He had to be like a million years old, but he sounded like Jimmy Stewart. And he just wanted to know what to do with the paint cans that he had. And he was like, I don't think they're lead based, but what can I do with this paint here, fella? And like that's when I knew he was like a million, is that he called me fella. That's how I knew. And I transferred him over to my supervisor, and she's like, well, you knew how to answer this question, but I was like, doesn't he sound like Jimmy Stewart?
This is what goes on in civil service.
Yeah, tax dollars, how did it work? Nice. But either way, we're gonna keep going on this. So my initial point is, yes, you should not just start digging. It's not a great thing to do. The court, for a 3-0 opinion, didn't doubt Max Anguish. Like I said, you can easily fuck up your neighbor's property if you just start digging for no reason, like or without any sort of plan or anything. Like it's very easy to do. So
I would just like to point out that the company that killed the lawn with their chemicals is called Natural Way Lawn Service. So there's a testimonial.
I mean, it's not like their lawn was called. Their company was called Dead Lawns Are Us, though. I mean,
yeah.
Toontown Dip Lawn Care.
Yeah, Judge Doom Lawn Care. Remember me, Eddie?
The oxygen and the butterflies. I hate them.
At my sister's old house, they had a dead oak out on the side of the house, and she was really afraid that it was gonna fall toward the house, and so she hired a tree service to come out and take down the dead oak, and they cut down the live oak next to it. And she was just like, how do you mess that up, that you just cut down the wrong tree?
I mean, surgeons have taken off the wrong leg, so.
Oh, see, that's another thing. I'm glad.
But if you've got one live tree and then you've got one dead tree,
yeah,
and you're said, take down the dead oak tree. Did you hear take down the second oak tree? or what? Because it was just like, she was so mad. She still had to go back and pay for the dead oak tree to be cut down.
I had two when I moved into my current home, I had 2 trees removed because unfortunately they were at an angle where they were like growing into my roof.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, I had, and they were also like fruit bearing trees. So every spring, the side of my house looked like because of the birds, it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. So like I had multiple reasons to take it down, but like I also live in a subdivision, and there's with a subdivision comes like waspy subdivision people. Have I told you guys about golf cart gate?
I don't think so.
Okay, so golf cart gate was one guy didn't want to walk his kids around the block anymore, so he bought a golf cart, and then another waspy subdivision person saw this, and he's like, well, I'm gonna get a golf cart as well, but I'm gonna put ground effects on it. And then the first guy saw that, and he was like, oh, you're gonna get a golf cart with ground effects? I'm gonna get a golf cart with ground effects and spinner rims. And then the second guy saw that and was like, oh, you're gonna get a golf cart with ground effects and spinner rims. Like, I'm gonna have speakers pointed outwards with ground effects and spinner rims, so now you guys have to listen to the Macarena while I'm like driving up the street. And he's like, well, I'm gonna get one that will shoot fireworks, and then the other one's like, well, I'm gonna get one that has like laser pointers. And I was like, so it's becoming like this weird thing of guys who have too much goddamn money, just driving around, just beefing up their golf carts, and I'm trying to pay for eggs, and it's pissing me the fuck off.
This is like keeping up with the Joneses golf cart edition.
It's 100% keeping up with the Joneses, but like I'm struggling. And like I'm watching these assholes with their disposable income like compete with one another, and like I might kill one of them in Minecraft.
And I think maybe you've just discovered why someone might steal 500 cats.
I was like, hey, I will never stand by that Luigi guy. Like, I get it. Like, oh no, why would anybody want to kill a CEO for a
oh no,
don't know. Can't imagine.
Oh no, yeah, no, I understand completely. But no, it's even worse just because it's golf carts, and it's something that's so not needed to begin with. Like, like get your own goddamn mail. Just walk up to it. You don't need to like drive a cart to get mail out of your mailbox. And then another guy was like, oh my God, I'm not getting enough shine here. I need to waste more money and put spinner rims on it. And I'm just sitting there going like, if I get the farmer's dog, do you think that's gonna improve my dog's like well-being, or
No.
Maybe you need to rent a golf cart and then just like stack cardboard on the roof and tie it with a flimsy piece of rope, and then like put all your empties in the back of the golf cart and drive around.
I was gonna ask, did I tell you what I really want to do? But this is what I really want to do is next Halloween is I'm gonna go door to door, and I'm gonna hold out like a pamphlet saying that like I'm on the sex offenders list. And that's gonna be my Halloween costume.
That's gonna be awesome, bro.
Yeah, or it was just like, hey.
That's gonna be right up until your family is homeless.
Yeah.
Which is funny because my parents actually live like a mile from me. But just a knock on golf cart guy's door and be like, I don't want to do this either, but I'm actually I'm on the sex offenders list, and I need to let people know that I'm on the sex offenders list.
And then take a piece of candy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I have to let them know that it's like fake, right? But like before I leave, I would be like, no, I actually need you to sign.
If you could just sign right here.
It is a costume, but it would benefit me if you signed here, letting everyone know that you're aware that I'm on the sex offenders list. If you could just sign right here, and the guys be like, "Happy Halloween."
Hey, Reese's. Nice.
Oh, lemon heads. You don't see those. Yeah, but if you could just sign, that would be great.
Here's a pen. It's part of the costume, but
It's just to lend authenticity to my costume, really.
Friend of the channel, Lemonheads. All right, let's go. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Because Reese's would never be a friend of this channel.
Not now.
Another one. I haven't read the article because, but just for the headline alone, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. France says the gangster, the Fly, was arrested in Romania.
Not so funny now, are you, Fly?
Yeah. So we have he kind of looks like Mr. Robot.
A little bit.
He does kind of look like chubby Rami Malek.
Yeah, he does. But either Paris, Mohamed Amara, the French fugitive known as the Fly, who was freed by gunmen in a brazen attack against a prison van in May, was arrested in Romania. Thank God. The French Interior Minister said. So he's off the streets, and I'm gonna sleep a hell of a lot better.
That's weird. I haven't seen Nick's in the chat for a couple days, so.
You know what? I was just gonna say I've never seen them in the same place.
Coincidence?
I don't want to say yeah, but yeah.
He's the only Romanian I know, so.
Dude, I'm sorry, apathetic. I would take you up on that in a heartbeat because, like, the dude would be like, "Well, that motherfucker's got an ATV," and then he would buy one.
We should take up a collection in the chat, like who has the coolest, not actually a vehicle that we can lend to Sammy.
Oh man!
All right.
So what was he the Fly of? What made him so fly? Was it drugs?
I don't know.
Oh yes, it does say drugs.
Why don't we
French police had launched a massive manhunt for the fugitive who's escaped, resulted in the deaths of 2 prison guards, and was seized upon by right-wing politicians as evidence that France has lost its grip on drug crime. Wow.
We get it, Barb. You can read.
Barbara's like, damn it, I just want to get through one of these articles.
Brag.
No, I'm just curious. I'm like, because he doesn't.
No, I know.
He looks like he does look like chubby Rami Malek. Like he
yeah.
doesn't look very threatening.
That guy has 500 lucky cats in his fucking shed.
Yeah, he does not look very menacing at all. But good for Interpol.
He looks like he just got his first prostate exam.
I mean, to be fair,
the best criminals are there, Doc.
The best criminals
that's
are
another
probably
thing too. Why is his last name all caps?
Maybe it's an acronym.
Okay. All right, I'll buy that. This is the news show. I'm just trying to ask the real questions here. Why is his name in all caps? Goat.
I'm trying to come up with an acronym, and I can't. I don't speak French.
Yeah, chat. We're gonna leave it up to chat. You guys tell us
that's
why his
like a
name's...
chat delegation. Yeah.
Figure it out, you fucking degenerates. Let
Make
me know.
us laugh, chat.
All right. Amara is a 30-year-old from northern France, according to Paris prosecutor's office. Police sources said he was involved in drug trafficking.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no, so he's not a great guy. But like, what's going on here? What is this in this little corner here? Let's click on that. Daily photos. All right, so we have a ghost convention. We have a lady praying to a balloon. We have a man showing a nice tank how smoke bombs work. We have people who are really about Ukraine.
A lot.
Oh, load more. We have the one guy who decided to wear a beanie in February.
All these
indoors.
people are behind Sammy at the TSA check.
Yes. This is sad. This woman obviously is
Carol.
standing by her husband who decided to have a vasectomy. We have theater
What
kids.
in the ass is that?
Did
we watch that movie?
Yeah, we did. We did for your birthday.
They're rehearsing for next year's halftime show.
Look at them. They're all in the middle of "I Am a Cat," and that is that. We have Kanye West just being Kanye West. Yeah, friend of the channel, Kanye West. You asshole! Almost got my fucking channel nuked. That was so fun though, going in on Monday after, and they're like, "How was your weekend?" And I was like, "Kanye West showed porn on his Twitter, so my YouTube almost went down." And they're like, "Cool, man."
You're frightening Carol.
Yeah. I would assume that would have frightened Carol, to be honest. All right, mom went to stay with son to ride out the hurricane and found girlfriend's body wrapped in tarp.
Ooh, call first. I mean,
Ooh.
pretty much every time you should call first.
Yeah. Robert Hendricks, Jacksonville. This feels very Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot.
I mean, even look at this poor guy's face. It's not even murder. The guy's just upset that he lives in Jacksonville. Woman staying at her husband or at her son's house while Hurricane Milton that's how many names we've blown through. Milton, we're on Milton. All right, just throw that out there. Milton barreled through Florida in October, received quite the surprise when she allegedly found his girlfriend's body wrapped in a tarp. Yeah, personally.
What? This does have Florida like written all
Right
over it.
Look at this poor bastard. I don't even blame him.
She had several gunshot and stab wounds.
Both. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Kristen Carrier, aka Patient Zero, 43, died of several gunshot and stab wounds. The Jacksonville sheriff said her boyfriend, 32. All right.
Oh, cougar.
See what you're doing, Robert. Robert Hendricks stands accused of second. How is that second degree?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, how is?
Probably because first degree is premeditated, and several gunshot wounds and stab wounds sounds like a crime of passion, which is second degree.
Friend of the channel, crimes of passion.
I'm still stuck on the idea of a hurricane looking for its stapler.
Hold on, it gets crazier. According to probable cause arrest affidavit, Hendricks' 71-year-old mom went to his home on October 9th to ride out the storm after Milton passed. The next day, Hendricks went to the store to buy mom some items, and then I'm assuming it kind of went like this. It was like, oh my God, this thing like blew on our front lawn. We should get something out of the shed to take care of this. And he's like, you know what, Mom? Why don't we just let it pass? And she's like, no. I insist. I'm going to go in the shed.
Except that it looks like it was in the bedroom.
He sleeps in the shed. That's a.
You know what, Goat? I'm trying to be creative.
Sorry.
Executive producer Dick Wolf. Yeah, no, I guess if you want to be like,
I want to actually read the article,
predictable, you leave it in the bedroom, you lazy fuck. So that's when his mother allegedly stumbled upon. I love that his name's Carrier, or her name was Carrier. Stumbled upon Carrier's body wrapped in a large brown tarp in the bedroom, which that is a conversation that I would have loved to be a fly on the wall. It was like, well, what's that giant tarp doing? I was trying to turn up the thermostat, and I noticed there's this human-shaped tarp in your bedroom.
And that's why you don't touch other people's thermostats.
And then you're like, Mom, you're so nosy. This is why Everybody Loves Raymond was like a thing. You guys just can't come over every single time. And they're like, well, you invited us, Mr. Hendricks. And the guy's like, Mom, please don't call me Mr. Hendricks. But either way,
so you've got a dead body and a tarp in your bedroom. Your old mother, your grandmother, whoever's over, and you're the one that decides to go down to 7-Eleven and leave them there?
Well, I don't know.
Adam,
why...
it's like what I tell all of my viewers: what I masturbate to is my business. I'm sorry, Goat. You were saying?
I was just thinking, like, if you knew you had a dead body in your bedroom, wouldn't you just be like, sorry, Mom, this isn't a good time. Here's some money for a hotel.
Hey, Mom, the stinky room is the no-no room.
No, it's just a rat in the wall. It's fine.
No, I'm gonna clean up in there. No, Mom, you're the guest. Please don't go in the room that smells like a rotting corpse. That's one of the reasons that I hate zombie movies, where like they'll always like go into a building and like one guy will be like, is it safe? And I was like, I don't know, asshole. Does it smell like there's like a bunch of dead bodies walking around?
Yeah.
I mean, how would you tell a dead body walking around from a dead body just lying there?
Well, they're walking.
If it bites you. Oh, Sparkles! Hooray! She's going to be on the show soon. We got... Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we locked down Sparkles. She's going to be on here. I think you all will remember where you were when I'm driving into work and I catch eyes with myself in my rear view mirror. I'm going to go, you know what? I really did something back there. But let's continue on. So 71-year-old Ma was like, hey, this room is stinky. What's in this brown tarp? And the guy's like, fuck you, Mom. Leave me alone. Sorry, my ADD is going wild.
I was going to say, you seem to be getting really carried away by this story.
Like I said, I get it.
I love true crime.
Yeah,
keep going.
That's when his
I am
mother...
a white middle-aged woman. I love true crime.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you are so much. You don't know this bar, but like you are so ready to like stumble onto like real life true crime. Like this is the age. It's probably gonna be your neighbor, where you're like, oh, he just seemed like a normal guy. Like that's gonna be you. It's great.
I don't know. They always kind of kept to themselves.
Always paid his rent on time.
Yeah. Oh God. I really hope like they say that about me, but it's not true.
You can't say it about me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a recluse.
Yeah, he was just trying to pay for eggs. That was his. Okay, so cops showed up shortly before 6 p.m. October 10th and found
hold up. She called the daughter first and not the cops?
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped an entire
paragraph. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just like, wait a second.
Thank you, Barbara, for keeping me honest.
I don't know that a lot of moms would be like real ecstatic about turning their son over to the police immediately.
I mean,
I love that she became, quote, animated.
No, he became animated.
Oh, he became animated. Okay.
The corpse was also somewhat animated.
Did she
No.
have puppet strings?
Sparkles, we're gonna save that for when you're on the show. And I hope that you bring like charts and such to to let us know the connection between prostitution and Santa. But
Is it called Santa Baby?
really can't stay. Baby, it's cold outside. I gotta get going. Bitch, I said it was cold outside.
Get your ass down on that tarp like I told you.
My brother knows where I am. He's not gonna hear you scream. Not problematic at all. So let's see. That's when the mother allegedly stumbled upon Carrier's body wrapped in a large brown tarp. Most of the tarps that I've ever dealt with are blue.
Most
So
of them.
The brown ones are hefty, apparently. The mother called her daughter like one does. And Hendricks returned from the store and became animated when his mother and sister confronted him. Jesus, like I said, I would just love to be like, because like, what do you say? Like, hey, man, there's this thing in your bedroom wrapped in a brown tarp, which most tarps are blue. You got a
Bad
brown
boys,
one
bad
that's already
boys.
creepy.
I have an
What
odd
gives?
camo styled tarp that weirdly enough I keep in the trunk of my car.
You heard it here first. Barb is a serial killer. We have it.
Blue ones are easy to
Adam,
spot.
I'm glad she decided to spare you. But
Well, the tarp is still in the car. That's all I'm telling you.
Brag. All right. We're running out of steam here. We are at the 2-hour mark. I cannot thank you guys enough for coming on the show. Goodwin, you're dead to
fun.
me.
No longer a friend of the show.
Yeah. Unfriended the channel. Oh, Sparkle, thank you. As if I didn't notice that I sound like shit, but no. Honestly, the crossover went great. B-sides, B-roll, one of the best shows on the internet that you can possibly see.
Best shows, worst movies.
Oh, I laughed so hard Friday. My stomach hurt.
Oh no, I haven't seen it yet. I'm saving it for Monday. I'm assuming it's like every other episode where you guys have the most outlandish shit that you could possibly find. It is
Worst you've ever seen. Well, the next one will be better.
I remember being a kid watching the Sci-Fi Channel, and there was a show called Mystery Science Theater 3000, and went like, one day I hope I can joke around with friends like that. And you guys made that show a reality, and thank God for both of you, and thank you for coming on. This was a treat for myself, and I think I speak for my barnyard animal co-host here, where I say you guys are the best. I wish you every happiness life has to offer. Thank you so
Back
much
at
for
ya.
coming on.
Back at you, Sammy. Back at you.
Laying it out a little thick. Friend of the channel, Sammy.
Friend of the channel. No,
Thanks, buddy. It's a
no,
pleasure to be here.
honestly, you guys are great. Criminally underrated and not monetized. Why don't we do our sign-offs here? Goat, what do you got going on this week?
This morning, Lord Toxic and I just had a little chat about Hannibal, the book and the movie. So I'm going to be putting that up shortly. Tomorrow we are doing the second episode of shows you've never seen. And we do think that this time we've actually got Eraserhead's technical difficulties worked out, so...
Oh, we'll be able to hear him.
I mean, we couldn't hear him or see him or anything else. So,
Yeah.
we think
So
we finally
show
get
up
that
just for
figured out.
that.
And the Gourd Lord will also be joining us.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Wonderful.
Yeah, no, by the way, we were watching Carnival. We're doing episodes 3 and 4, and I am so happy that you turned me on to the show, and I'm also pissed off that I have to adhere to your time frame of watching the episodes.
Because you really just want to binge the whole thing.
Absolutely, I do. So, thank you for that. Barbara, Adam, what do you guys got going on?
Well, we just finished a week of streams.
We just did a marathon.
Yeah.
They've been getting around this week.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
In our push for 1,000 subscribers. Yeah.
It's on. We're at about 950 now, folks.
Mhm.
So don't slack off on us. We need you.
Open.
Round numbers.
Yeah.
Now than ever.
So, Sammy, they've been getting around all week. And remember, you were asking who would want to be, like, the last in the line of 100? That was you.
Yeah, but they said that they would call, and I think that we had a genuine like after guy 885 walked out, and he was like, "This slut is a slut," and like we had like a really good talk, and
I said, "Hey, don't say that about my husband."
Adam told me he was just doing it to pay his way through college, and I told him to call me after he got his doctorate, and I think like we had like a moment. So
absolutely. Yeah, we did oh gosh.
No, you were on Roman channel.
Yeah, we did Roman, we did Total Recall, we did Tomby's Chinwag.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we were everywhere this week. I haven't
So I
been
think
off,
like the perfect week.
Yeah.
I was so worried because you guys are on a different part of the country. Which now that I realize that's stupid. So it's 11 o'clock for me. So it's probably like 9 o'clock
8
for you. Yeah.
It's
8
o'clock. Yeah, it's only 8.
There we go. Jacob's got a link in the chat.
There you go.
Friend of the channel, Jacob Ironside, my buddy.
Wrenched.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That man. He designed all the art for my channel, and he wanted nothing but a wink and a smile. And
he's a good guy.
He was one of the first people to actually support me. And when I first got onto the internet, the infranet. So thank you, Jacob, for everything, buddy. And guys, I think we did it. I don't know what we set out to accomplish, but I think we did the shit out of it. So I think we're gonna do that, guys. If you're looking for something to do after that, in about I don't know, 11 minutes, Gooch is gonna have late night with Gooch. So like, go to Gooch's channel. But other than that, anybody have any wisdom that they want to give the viewers before we leave?
Don't smoke.
Fair.
Or smoke,
I mean, unless you want to smoke.
I'm not here to judge you.
Yeah, it's your choice. All right,
Let's
we'll
talk
leave
about-
it at that.
Let's
Smoke
talk
or
about
don't.
smoking. I want a cigarette.
Yeah, ditto.
And I don't. So we'll leave it off with that. Much love. Everybody have a great weekend. You can get your news from anywhere, but you chose to get it from the experts. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Later.
Well, Sammy's gone.
Bye, Sammy.
Bye, Sammy.
He does occasionally forget to pop himself back into the green room.
All right, then.
I think Sammy might be running a fever tonight.
I think so, too. He doesn't sound like his usual self. Well, then.
Which is a shame, because I
totally hit the wrong button. I should end the stream.